Coming up this morning on Action News, a man accused of attempted robbery and then shooting at police earlier this week appeared in court yesterday, facing 2 counts of assault and 1 of robbery. Officials did say no one was hit in the exchange of gunfire. Plus, on the Olympia front, the House Finance Committee held a public hearing on some new tax bills, but they'll have to pass out of committee before they make it to the floor. We'll catch up with officials to talk some of the legislation being discussed. And on the February election ballot, a choice for voters that could lead to a performing arts center in the Tri-Cities. It would come with the new sales tax in Richland that would last 3 decades to cover the projected cost of $80 million. We'll catch up with the committee pushing for it. We'll have that story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, I got to say, it's quite chilly this morning. As I walked out the door, it looked like my thermostat was saying, or my watch was telling me some 19 degrees this morning. So a cold start. Are we expecting to see temperatures get back into the 30s again today? 30s
and maybe reaching out and touching low 40s for some of us. It is going to be another pleasant afternoon, but this morning is awfully cold. In Yakima, it's a nice morning to look at, but it's not going to be a nice morning to go out in. Again, looking out over the beautiful lights of the city right now. It is great that we're not obstructed by fog, but check out these temperatures right now at 14 degrees in Yakima underneath mostly clear skies. A very chilly start to the morning. If you do have to park your car outdoors, I would recommend getting outside earlier today to maybe scrape that window. Here's a look at your weather headlines today and going forward. It is going to be another sunny day for this Wednesday. By tomorrow, we are going to start to see clouds return to the area. We will continue to see clouds into Friday as well. But then as we go into the weekend, the sunshine is going to be back in abundance. We'll talk more about all 3 of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Pasco. A man accused of trying to rob someone at gunpoint and then shooting at police while they chased him appeared in court yesterday for the first time. The 37-year-old appeared in front of a judge by video after deputies say he showed up at someone's house and fired shots at it. When the homeowner heard the shots, he went outside to check what happened, and that's when the suspect demanded keys to the homeowner's car. But then the homeowner went back inside and called police. Police later found the 37-year-old who ran away on foot and started firing at them. At least one officer returned fire, but no one was hit. The man's bail was set at $500,000, and his next court appearance is scheduled for January 28th. A lot of changes are being made in the U.S. now that Donald Trump is back in the White House, with immigration policy one of the president's top priorities. This has resulted in some false rumors coming out in our region. Sunnyside City Manager Mike Gonzalez has said they will not be participating in any immigration raids, and he says that this is not a job for the local police department. It would involve ICE agents. He also said that the city and the police department would not be coordinating with any potential raids.
I really want to dispel those rumors that if someone is telling you that raids are happening in Sunnyside, they are not. Again, we're taking our direction from the governor's office, and we're not going to aid, assist, or actively participate in a raid of any sort.
Gonzalez said he's heard rumors of potential raids from a variety of sources, including Sunnyside Facebook groups that are sharing fake videos and old pictures, specifically, What's Up Sunnyside? Now, the state's House Finance Committee held a public hearing earlier on some new tax bills. KIMA's Mallory Aldrich has more on the possible changes the committee is considering.
Welcome to House Finance.
The House Finance Committee discussed new bills relating to the multifamily tax exemption program, local sales and use tax rate, and a tax on firearm sales during their meeting. They first reviewed House Bill 1206, which is about
the eligibility requirements for counties to designate an RTA under the MFTE are revised to allow eligibility for all counties required or choosing to fully plan under the GMA. The requirement that the RTA must be located in an unincorporated area within an urban growth area designated under the GMA is retained.
The testimony the committee heard was highly in favor of the bill.
Washington counties have limited tools to address our ongoing housing crisis. With your help, counties could help implement strategies to improve housing access and affordability too. We want to be a part of the solution.
This is a tool that works. If you pass this, it will open up new areas and more housing truly will be built.
The multifamily tax exemption program bill is still being discussed. House Bill 1126 about local governments changing a local sale and use tax rate will be talked about later this week. The last bill that was examined was House Bill 1386.
Under House Bill 1386, an excise tax is levied and collected on the retail sale of a firearm, firearm parts, or ammunition. This rate is 11% of the sales price and is in addition to any other taxes levied on the sale of the item.
There are many pros and cons to laws about firearm taxation.
Washington law requires that we go to school, and we're asking for another law to make going to school safer. I urge you to vote yes for HB 1386 and make the commitment to safety for students like me.
This 11% tax on the sale and transfer of firearms, components, and ammunition is a predatory assault on a constitutionally protected right.
The bill's status is still listed as in committee. Reporting for Action News, I'm Mallory Aldrich.
KIMA's Mallory Aldrich, thank you. And tax season is here, and there are volunteers in Ellensburg who are ready to help you out with your returns. They're part of the AARP Foundation and the IRS, and they'll help you through the AARP Tax Aid Program. The Ellensburg Tax Aid site is open Tuesdays and Thursdays at Liberty Bible Church from February 4th to April 11th. You are required to make an appointment, and you'll need to take your completed tax packages and other supporting documents. You can learn more about this service by going over to our website, KIMATV.com. Switching gears this morning, yesterday was National Day of Racial Healing, a day Washington State University Tri-Cities took in part for the third year in a row by offering community building events on campus. The National Day of Racial Healing has been held on the Tuesday after Martin Luther King Jr. Day since 2017. Dozens had lunch together yesterday, spoke about their life experiences, and discussed difficult situations. Its focus is to allow communities to speak openly, bringing people together to take action for a more just world.
There's a big connection between Martin Luther King Jr.'s work and also the National Day of Racial Healing's work. Mainly that this opportunity serves as a catalyst to help communities, institutions, people recognize that racism is still impactful in people's lives.
The events also featured catering from a business owned by a black woman, Ob's Lounge. And years in the making, the Tri-Cities may finally see its very own performing arts center. But that's only if voters in Richland approve a new sales tax that would add 2 cents to every $10 spent in the city. The Richland Public Facilities District put forth the proposition, which would sunset after 30 years.
Trying to squeeze in performing arts groups into the high schools has been really problematic. I know just recently the Nutcracker was a sellout crowd for the whole weekend. And they're limited to that weekend because we don't have any other performing theaters for them to go to.
The total cost of the project is expected to be around $80 million for an 800-seat theater and community space. If built, it would be right next to the Reach Museum. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here because it's a chilly start. Seems like temperatures are going to be warming up back up to that average marker, but you got to get through these cold mornings.
Yes.
And you know, this is when I would call for those clouds. You know, we could have that blanket, and then we could see the sun in the afternoon hours.
Yeah, clouds would be a bit nice, but the good news, like you were just saying, is at least we don't see, or at least we see the sunshine in the afternoon. It's not like those gray days where we were only seeing fluctuations by about 3 degrees or so, but the clouds were just kind of hanging over our area. We will see more sunshine today, but to Dave's point, the sunny skies in the afternoon and the clear mornings open up the door for some very chilly temperatures. Most of us are down to the teens this morning. This afternoon will feature highs into the upper 30s. Now, clouds are going to make a return tomorrow, and that is going to keep overnights a little bit warmer. We'll talk about the clouds on the way. We'll talk about those temperatures and much more straight ahead.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:09.